What's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Frelin Arts Subprime Hero.
And as you can see, we got a little glow in the room inside of this cafe. She is lighting up this event right here, loud in yellow. The one, the only Hannah Lifson. That's right, everybody. Welcome to the show. So glad that you're here.
It's always good to have you here, and it's always good to have you on the show.
No stranger to the car guy coffee.
No,
Hey,
definitely,
not at all.
and definitely somebody that we consider friend. You know, and I think above anything, friend. You know, I've seen you grow in this industry. I've seen you do some different things, and I've seen that you found a great home right now with L2T Media, and I think you're doing a great job there. I know you're doing a great job there. They're very blessed to have you as part of their team. But we're excited to have you here on the show today. We're at the Kain Workshop 2023, and I'm excited to announce that we do have Hannah. Hannah, what brought you here? What makes you come to this event?
This event in particular, it's top tier from start to finish. I mean, anybody who knows David knows he's a stellar guy with a great reputation, and he vets everybody personally who comes. It's all of his friends and family. That's why it's called the Friends and Family Workshop, or it used to be. Now it's Digital Success, but those of us who have been coming long enough know why he really started it.
OGs.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been coming to this event for almost 10 years.
Wow.
So I've seen it through all its different iterations. We're at a new hotel this year. We're at a new venue. We've got a new schedule. We're going to a castle. We're going to horse races. So that alone would be just fun. But then the other half days, we get the content and the conference that a lot of other conferences can't pull. A little bit based on location, but also just caliber of people. If you get that invite from David, you have to come.
You gotta go.
I know, when they reached out to us and said, "Hey, I don't want to just invite you this year. We want you to do your show here this year." I was so honored. Like,
whoa! Almost fainted.
Whatever I was busy doing, I was rescheduling because this event is like that. We had the pleasure to come last year. It was our very first one,
and it's in our backyard, right here. So
you know,
why wouldn't we come?
What a blessing it was to be part of it. It's a top-notch event that where you, like you said, it's not just the fun stuff. He has plenty of stuff that's going to be fun for us to do. But most importantly, it's what's going on in those rooms. There's no pitching going on at all.
No pitch.
I'm gonna tell you what they're doing inside that room is they're just helping each other learn. Dealer to vendor, vendor to dealer, dealer to dealer, vendor to vendor. It doesn't matter. It's education and it's inspiration. And and I love it. And every time I leave here, I have more motivation, right? And that's something that I think is great. And man, David, what a special gentleman he is. Like you said, friends and family. And to him, this is all friends and family. And his heart is that big, the biggest smile you could ever imagine. And he's never mean to anyone. He's direct, but he's not mean, right? He does it with a smile. Gotta stop.
Gonna kick you off the stage. Get out of Dodge.
That's the other thing, and I love that about him. His wife is class act too. She's phenomenal. She's in here just working harder than anyone else. She's constantly moving. She's constantly making sure the place looks right. She's very proud of everything that's going on. She knows that they deal with me. Oh, right. Come on, it's amazing. So tell me a little bit about 10 years. What's been one of the coolest things that you've seen at one of these events?
Oh, wow. Gosh, I mean, just the speakers, and as we all know in the vendor industry, just seeing the trajectory of the people coming to these events. Sometimes they would start at a panel, and now they're doing like the keynote.
Yeah.
So it's been really fun to watch everybody even just kind of grow at these, because the ones who do come continue. A lot of familiar faces on the vendor side, but so many new faces on the dealer side.
That's awesome.
Because this is really the only event in this region. So it draws this crowd that we typically don't get in front of too often. So that's, I think, what also makes it really special for as many old faces there are. There's so many new ones. Like, I've met a dozen new people this morning.
I can tell you, I've met a lot of new faces here myself too. I saw a lot of familiar faces, but then when you turn around to the other side of the building, there's a whole bunch of new faces, but yet very friendly faces, and almost like you've already met them in a way. You know, just like you said, this is friends and family. So it's like going to a family reunion. You never met your uncles, but your family already. So it's there. So
the most interesting thing that's happened, not at a Kain show, I got haunted one year at the hotel. So that was pretty scary outside of the conference. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a wild card, but on the stage, I'll tell you more about that later if you guys want to know.
Yeah, I do. I want to hear
definitely want to hear more on
a little
that.
Lexington history. We have a resident ghost in the city.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm a little hesitant to come back, but I feel the good energy here.
Wow. Speaking of good energy, hopefully that haunted energy stays away.
Yeah, that can
especially
stay
as we go to check out the castle.
Ooh,
So we're gonna go check out the castle. Somebody said something about it at being an urban myth or something like that. Just some. Oh my God! Look at her face, y'all. Look at his face.
Are you joking?
Somebody was hinting towards that, and we've never heard it. I mean, we've been in Kentucky for a long time. We've never heard of that.
The castle isn't that old.
No.
It's not like it was made like the medieval time.
Yeah, it's not a medieval.
So there's
It
not
looks
a lot
like
But
of
are you guys pulling my leg right now?
No,
that somebody
mentioned
hinted
that.
towards it.
So, but what I can tell you is, I've been living in Kentucky since 1991. I've seen that castle every year of my life.
And we've never seen anybody leave it.
And I've never heard anything about a ghost.
Okay,
just
great.
so you know. But I've also never met anyone who's been there. So
I've never yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never seen anybody leave there.
Yeah.
You guys, it's not funny.
It's nicknamed the Hotel California.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We're just messing with you.
It's never come back.
But no, we did hear that today, which was weird that you mentioned that. But we I don't believe that. I believe you're fine.
Yeah, you're good to go. We got you back. We got you.
Yeah, we'll do a follow-up tomorrow.
Yeah,
there we go. Guys know about
and we're excited about that, especially you all that didn't make it out here for this event. Listen, there's still time for you to come to this event, and you can find out from everybody about what the experience was like at the castle. But make it out here, because there is so many great people for you to meet. There's so many great connections for you to find out that you need inside of your life. But there's so many great people like Hannah and others that are here that are really just committed to always brewing solutions. That's why she gets the chance to come out to these events, to be able to rub shoulders, meet people, and see people. The evolution that you've seen of this event is one thing, but like you just mentioned it about being able to see these different dealers, because word's getting out.
Oh, for
Solutions are brewing. When you smell a coffee cooking, you start to gather around. Where's that smell coming from? What is it about the curation of this event that makes it super special? Because it's a spectacularly curated event, and it's masterful.
Totally. Well, when I think about just David and his approach to looking at technology, it's always agnostic. He's not looking at it with a bias. He's sort of like, in my mind, like an MSNBC. Right. He's not your Fox. He's not your CNN. He goes in, looks at the data, looks at the tech, and then truly takes it for what it is and how can it help his dealers.
Love that.
And I think with that in mind, everyone he invites also has the same mindset. So we know they've been vetted. We know that they need to be here. We know that it's important to get this technology in front of people, and the dealers that are interested in learning from the best, or that are learning and about what's going on, also want to be a part of this, and they want to be a part of it now. You know, it's also just such an interesting time in automotive. A lot of dealerships are having to rethink all of their strategies, particularly digital. So why wouldn't you come to something like this at the beginning of Q2 when there's still plenty of time to pivot and change if needed or wanted? And learn and hear about it firsthand.
Especially as packed in as they get it.
Bingo.
Because, man, he fills up the schedule.
Yeah.
This is why he's so big on time, right? You better get off that stage with a smile, right? But he jam-packs this event with so many smart people, right? But also, like, relevant technology. Like you said, the vetting of it is super special, because it has to be. It has to be without a worry of a particular brand or people getting taken care of. Is it a real solution? If it's a real solution, then people need to gather around it, and we need to celebrate that and have a great time while we do it. Feel good as it happens.
I
right?
love that. It's facts.
You can feel the energy at this event. Sometimes I think on the dealer side, you come and you see the vendors and it feels like walking through the gauntlet. You know, it's like, oh no, are they going to try to talk to me? Is it? None of that happens here. It's so relaxed.
And you also make sure that it does happen too, because he does honor the vendors.
Organically. It's an organic way that he puts it together. It's, hey, we've built out this lunch break. We've put together these events like the castle, like the horse races, where we can network in such a style and way. It's just going to happen if it was going to. There's no hard pitching. There's no like pressure.
Yeah.
I walk in and I don't feel that pressure because I know it's going to happen. They're here because they want the solution. I'm here because I have one. And David's already given us all the seal of approval that we should talk.
And it's right, you know, and that's big. You know, when you can come somewhere and feel like a level playing ground, like you don't have to worry about all this, like, okay, why you keep pulling me over here? You know, it's not about that. It's not even looking at the badges and looking at if you're a dealer, if you're a vendor. It's just about, hey, you know, what's going on? What's your name? How are you? You know, and get to know people. When you do, like you said, it naturally starts to work out. You know, I think that's something that I love. I know Lou and I, that's basically our business model. We've never really pitched anything to anyone. It's always been more of a, hey, let's get to know each other. And then when we do, we start to figure out how we could gel together. So whether
the solution presents itself.
That's it. Right. It does, you know, and when it's not forced, no different than when you sell a car or anything else. It's when you actually seek to understand, then to be understood. It changes everything. So it's massive, and you're right. This event does feel that way, and David makes sure of it. He puts that expectation out before you show up.
Right.
There's no doubt that when you come here, this isn't a pitch zone. This is a place for you to come in and have conversations and build relationships, and become part of the family and friends,
and make memories. So as much you know, of the networking and the educational piece that's happening here at the conference is important. Even if we do business together afterwards as an effect, we're always going to remember back on the castle, the fun times we had at the horse races, which I think is the derby. Like we always have those memories to fall back on, and it makes it easier. You start off on a great, like, fun foot.
I mean, fun. One, if you're not having fun, and we preach this everywhere we go, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. Okay, that you need to rethink what you're doing if you're not having a good time doing it, because you spend so much time doing it.
That's right.
And when you come to these events, it can be a time vampire. It can suck away a lot of time in a business that needs to get done, right? Or the connections that need to be made. And there are, for the vendors, considering the vendor side of it, they have to consider their time, the investment that they put in, and then how do they connect to the people that they need to connect to in order to make it a worthwhile trip, right? It has to be ROI.
Network is your
network. That's right. But the difference here is that you don't have, and I know me, I'd much rather be corralled than roped. You know what I mean? And so often at these events, you have to have that rope mentality of get them, come over here, let me tell you what I got. Well, he helps corral them around you to where, okay, listen, this is going to be your time to do that. And it puts everybody at ease. It puts the vendors, it puts the dealers, it puts everybody in between as calm and cool as David Kain, which is kind of hard to do because he is one of the coolest guys there are. I mean, seriously.
So, no kidding.
So chill.
So smooth with everything. You know, even when he's correcting you, he says it with a smile.
So nice.
You know, it's the craziest thing. You can't help but love the man. You can't help but love him and honor him. And that's special. And that's why when you come to an event like this, you see hundreds of people sitting inside a room just focus on what he's saying, you know, and to be the honoree of that, he's phenomenal. And then today I was actually blessed by him. Yeah,
he's highlighted us so to stand up. Like, hey,
I was like, wow, thank you. Like,
okay,
I mean, like tears. Thank you so much. You know, but no, it's a great place.
I was like, if we could have been corrected right there, we're gonna be like, we just want to say thank you. Like, I'm not asking you to talk.
Right.
And we would have been like, yes, sir. Yeah. But it is a great way because, again, he leads by way of honor. Right? Yeah. He leads by honor in everything that he does. He honors the businesses and he honors the humans that find their way here, and does want to make sure that it is a packed event where everybody gets something when they leave. So many times, some of y'all will admit it, some of y'all won't admit it, that you've been to conferences, you spend thousands of dollars, you brought a team out there, you go back, and everything's the same. Everything is the same. Everybody had a little bit of inspiration, got a couple of memories from a couple of times out. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? But going back with something in your bag that you can put to use in your business is why you come to events like this. And we're telling you, We're telling you, can't say it loud enough. Come to one of these events. You can also hang out with cool people like Hannah that'll keep you smiling. Okay, lighten up the room like she does.
But what she mentioned is, your network is your net worth, and because of people like Hannah, I feel like a billionaire, right? There's so many people out there that make me feel like that. Like I feel like my resources are endless. I have that, but you're an amazing person. Your soul's always been great. I always run into you with just. Like even like in the coffee line, just like the coffee line. I get a text message, and she's like, "Let me guess, black only." I'm like, "Oh, there she." So that's what I love that. But I love this network, and I do. And like Lou just mentioned, come to these events, meet people like Hannah and so many others that are out here just loving on people, just sharing and educating. She sits on panels. She gets to sit there and talk about the future of the industry. She gets to put her input in. But you know what? Most importantly, she learns a lot.
Yeah.
And I do want to ask this really quick. When you at an event like this, what do you hope? As being in the position that you are at where you're at as the marketing manager, what do you hope to get from here to bring back and bring back to your business at LTT?
I mean, first and foremost, it's just a great place and way to get a pulse of the industry. Like what is actually going on the ground floor. And for a lot of other people in marketing, we typically aren't interacting face to face with dealers. We're marketing to them, but do we actually know them? Like my time at a dealership is very limited. And this is the first opportunity for me to actually just connect with my target market. I can talk to them. I can hear their pain points. I can get an idea of what's actually going on. What am I doing at my company that's helpful? What are the other companies doing? How can we get together, collaborate, and sort of fix the pain points that I'm hearing? I'll hear it secondhand from, others in my business, like in sales or account management. But for me, being able to hear it from the source, that's like gold. I come back with so many ideas, reference points, just creative ways to like tweak some of my own personal messaging and branding so that it resonates more. So for me, just being able to chat and hang out or even grab a drink and just kind of hear what's going on day to day.
I love that.
That's definitely what's important for me now for my business. I love even just sitting in on other vendor sessions to get a feel like what do they think is most important? Is that something my company should be looking at? Is that what we're doing? Or is there a way that we collectively could have a partnership? I always come and look with partnership opportunities, aligned as well, or even just stuff like this. Like when can we all get together as an industry? And this is one of the great events that does that and collaborate.
What a great answer to that question I just asked you.
You're somewhat well spoken.
I think so. She was talking about how do I follow up Dave? I'm like,
that was a great interview.
Dave is phenomenal, but definitely you're outstanding yourself. In your own way, you definitely bring so much value to friendships, to networks, to your business that you work at. But most importantly, to this industry right now, we need people like you out there just being a light and shining. So I'm looking forward to seeing you speak. Especially a digital dealer when you're up there. I think that's going to be great. You're definitely an important, intricate part of all that's going on over there. And I love watching the women in automotive really rise up in this industry and doing it with such class and showing us men that, hey, y'all better fix your stuff or you're about to lose all your jobs. And I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that because I want leaders that know how to lead. It's not about man, woman to me. It's about people who have empathy, caring, and are looking at the future. And you're doing that in spades, my friends. You're doing that in spades.
Doing it.
And also, I just got to say, I love what you said. I wrote it down. She does these events to get a pulse of the industry. I love that. I'm going to repeat that, and I'm probably going to talk about that, and I'll probably be using that phrase for a while.
Gotta do a pulse
Stole
check.
it straight from you, right? But no.
Check. You got to do one.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, I love that. And that's exactly what it is. It's getting that pulse, and when you get that pulse, and you know what's going on, if it's healthy, or that it needs more life, maybe it needs some CPR. You can be part of all that. But let's do that. Let's all go to these events, and let's, like Lou said, we have time. Come on.
Yeah.
You got tomorrow is going to be a big day, and the last day is definitely going to be another amazing day. So make sure you all get out here if you can. If not, we'll be doing these interviews. Come check them out. But man, this was a great one, Hannah. We always appreciate you coming on. Good. This was really good. Yeah.
So good.
So good.
You guys.
That's right.
Loving it. Well, car guys, car gals, you know what we're going to do to cap off this interview, and there are plenty more for us to be able to jam on with, more solutions that are brewing on the podcast while we're here at the Kain event. But in order for us to finish off the show, we got to drop those F-bombs that don't offend the moms. You know the deal. And that's Forgive, Focus, Fly. Now, you're no stranger to this. You actually know these moves. You know this dance. So we're going to go ahead and let you count this off. So go ahead, hands on the shoulders, and count us down. 3, 2, 1. Ready, go.
3, 2, 1.
Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing.
Keep growing. We're so thankful for the opportunity to be brewing solutions with incredible people like this car gal right here. I am Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And I'm Frelin Arts, subprime hero.
And you've been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast with the one,
the only
Hannah Lifson. That's right, everybody. Stay tuned. We're going to a castle, and you want to hear all about it. But don't wait till tomorrow to keep staying tuned with the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. At this event, we will see you soon.
Yes, we will. But before we go,
yes, Hannah, we already told the whole world. The whole world knows, but we're going to remind them again that she is 100% CGC approved. That's right. That's right, everybody. We'll talk to you soon and see you on the next brew.
Peace.
We're out. Bye, everybody.